Hello, hello. I'm Lori Alvarez, and I welcome you to Real Estate with Soul, the podcast. This is where I will share my story, knowledge, wisdom, and the legacy in real estate, and my family, all boldly wrapped up in one with you. So let's get started. Okay. Hey, Nolan, what's going on?
Nothing much.
Yeah?
Just on podcast with you today.
Yeah, I know. What do you think about that?
I'm nervous. I've only done this like once.
Nolan, I want to have a great conversation with you. Okay, y'all know this is my kid, right? He is 19. You're 19 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Irma's laughing.
19
right?
in November.
Yeah, because I forget how old all you guys are. So you're 19 and you're figuring out what the heck you're going to do with life, right?
Yeah.
Dude, have you thought about your retirement?
My retirement? Just save my money. Hopefully I have a lot of it when I'm older.
Hopefully. Oh, that's an interesting statement. Oh my goodness. You're hoping?
Well, not hoping. I'm planning on it.
You're intending. It's all in our language, right? How many times has mom had this conversation with you where it's all in our language?
Like every day.
Yeah. Every day. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the reason I bring this up, right? We're in January. January is all about, like, personally for me, as we talk about the Lori experience, legacy, occupation, recreation, and inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Legacy is what we're talking about this month. January, everyone does the whole big goals thing. You know, oh, I have a resolution and I have goals and I have inspiration and I have things I want to achieve, right? You, loving the fitness industry, would you say that it's busier in the gym right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the gym.
Oh.
Especially when I went to Crunch the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, everyone wants to get fit for the new year.
Yeah,
Especially me.
Oh, yeah, of course, right?
Christmas messed everything up.
Oh my gosh, Christmas did it to you, right? Everyone got sick. Everyone is like, oh my gosh, they ate junk. They didn't like what they had. They didn't know what they put in their system. I mean, we talked about that last week, Auntie Amy and I, right? We talked about the food we put in our system. I already crashed and burned on my 66-day challenge. So if you tuned in last week, we talked about the 66-day challenge. And my goal, my intent was to eat clean for 66 days straight. And you know what your brother said to me?
No, what'd he say?
He said, Mom, you're already having sugar and it's only been 6 hours. I was starving. What the heck? I couldn't help it. Right? Was so hungry. What did you say to me yesterday when you stepped in the kitchen?
Oh, I want to start eating healthy again.
Yeah. And what else?
And lose some weight.
What else? Meal prep.
Meal prep, yeah.
You wanted to see, you already forgot what you wanted to do.
Well, no, that's what eating healthy meant for me, just meal prep. But
so my point is here, right? We're going to talk about retirement today. You're only 19. Is that reasonable for you to think about retirement, Nolan Jacob?
Yeah, I want to retire as fast as I can.
Why? What does the word retirement mean to you?
Well, I guess I don't want to retire because retirement would be doing absolutely nothing all day for me.
Interesting.
And I don't want to be doing absolutely nothing.
Oh, that's interesting. See?
I still plan on going to the gym when I'm older.
Oh, see how interesting that's what the word retirement meant to you, right?
Retirement, I think of playing golf like grandpa.
Yeah, like your grandpas, right? Yes, your grandpas are retiring. That's a good point to bring up grandpa, right? Because my father, he retired early. He retired at like 59, right? So that was considered an early retirement. But when I was doing some research this morning on retirement, they were saying like retirement's like around 60, and grandpa does play golf every day. You are correct. And his house is paid for. And he tells me, daughter, I'm living on retirement wages. So that means if you want to see me, you have to come see me. Right?
Yeah.
But he's living in a paid for home, right? Would that be important to you to have a paid for home when you retire?
Yeah, you don't want any bills.
No, you don't want any bills. Why?
I don't know. When I'm older, I don't want to be paying for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Pretty reasonable. You just don't have any particular idea like why I don't want to have any bills, but I know I don't want to have any bills, right? Like right now, you don't have any bills, right, Nolan Jacob?
No, I love it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to transfer the gas bill to you soon so that you'll be responsible for paying for the gas because you're living in mom and dad's house. And it's, well, you're 19, right? It's time for you to be responsible for some stuff.
Yeah.
So, with that said, I want to talk about retirement because there's so many people that are taking early retirement right now. They're like, you know what? I want to retire. I want to get the heck out of here. I want to move out of state. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to accomplish this. And let's be real. I'm 48. Is that correct, Nolan? I believe I'm 48. And I was thinking about it this morning on my mastermind call, like what was important in my business. And the big word came out. Lori Alvarez should think about succession planning. And I
What is
was like,
succession planning?
yeah, right. I was like, ooh, succession planning. That makes me feel a little stressed. And so you ask, what is succession planning? That is finding the key people in our family business, to take over all the key roles, right? Because at some point, mom is gonna retire because dad likes to travel and he wants me to travel with him.
I don't think you'll ever retire.
Good, good observation, son. And yet I do get tired, right?
Yeah, but I think I'll just keep working. I think you'll take like a little break, but then you'll come back.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the deal. You know, retirement to me, I was thinking about what is retirement to me personally. So originally, like, I go, okay, retirement succession planning. Whew, it all sounds like death. I don't want to do it. I don't want to think about any of it. I literally said that to myself. Like, I don't even want to. And I'm like, why is that important to you, Lori Alvarez? Why is it important that you think about succession planning? Well, because your brother works for me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he works
And
full time.
I know it's his thing, it's his gig, it's his career choice. And so if he's working for me, I gotta like make sure he's secured down the road, right?
Yeah.
And so I was kind of thinking that's important that I be aware of the key positions and who would take over every position, right? Who would do that? Who would be our primary listing agent? Who would be our primary buyer's agent? And why are those important?
Because you have a full team now, so yeah, I don't think you want it to end.
I know. Oh, that's true. Because dad walked in last night, right? 9 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh, what are all these charges on the bank account? Oh my gosh. And it was payroll. He was stressing about payroll. And I was like, where you been? You don't look at our bank account very often, do you, Mr. Alvarez? Not the business account. And so here's the deal, right? Retirement planning is so important. What do you need to do to prepare for retirement? When should you start planning for retirement, right? When should you start planning for retirement, Nolan? Open up your phone for me, please. When do you think you should start planning for retirement?
Um, when I start getting bored with all my hobbies.
I would do it way sooner than that. right? I would do it way sooner than that.
Well, when I get bored with all my hobbies, that stop making me money.
Yeah, you know what? So I think we should change our perspective on retirement, Nolan. I think we should look at retirement as like the opportunity for you to really lean into your hobbies. Right? I was having a conversation yesterday with an amazing person. And one of the things that she said to your youngest brother is she said, "What's your dream job? What do you want to do with the rest of your life?" And then she proceeded to tell us about why she chose the work she chose because she wanted the summers off so she could do the one thing she absolutely loved, which was dive. And I thought in my head, oh my gosh, so she only lives her real passions, her dreams, her aspirations, what inspires her 3 months out of the year. Oh, how do you do the other 9 months? How do you do that?
I don't know how she does it.
I couldn't do it. I do what I love. Every day I get up and I get to help families make decisions on whether or not it makes good sense for them to do something with real estate. And I get to, I am so blessed to have that opportunity. So excited to have those conversations every day. I mean, come on, I do this weekly podcast for that specific reason because this is something I like to think about. So let me see right now, right? As we all know, we're a Dave Ramsey ELP preferred partner. We're endorsed local provider with Dave Ramsey. And so Dave Ramsey has this whole thing on retirement. And I really think it's very important that we all drill down in what we need to accomplish, right? To become retired. And Chris Hogan, which is one of Dave Ramsey's guys, he has this cool book called Retire Inspired. Think about that for a minute, Nolan. Think about being inspired in your retirement. Shift from the thought of, oh, I'm dead and I don't get to do the things I love to, wow, I'm doing everything I love to do and more. And I'm debt free because to me, that's what retirement is, right? It's debt free. It's being free from the financial requirements or burdens of day to day life, right? We get up every day and we're like, oh my gosh, I got to make sure I pay the bills. I got to make sure the cell phone got paid. I got to make sure the house got paid. I have to make sure all this stuff is taken care of. And then you go like, well, okay, man, I got to go do some work then. But imagine if you could get up every day, Nolan, just imagine if you could get up every day and be like, yep, it's all paid for and more. And I get to do what I love to do, right?
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Imagine
awesome.
that. Now, is that a life to live, right? That is being retired and inspired, right?
Yeah.
I love that idea. So I look at my life and I go, okay, what do I need to do to get to that place? What do I need to do? Well, I need to generate monthly income, right?
Yeah.
And I need to generate monthly income that pays for all the bills. And the best way to do it is to bring the money I have, save it, and allocate it to the appropriate bills so that they get paid down so that I become positive cash flow, right? So let me remind you, Nolan, let me remind you what the 7 baby steps are for Dave Ramsey, right? First, baby step 1, $1,000 in your emergency fund. Are you there, Nolan? Do you have $1,000?
Yeah.
Awesome. Baby step 1, done for Nolan. Baby step 2, pay off all debt using the debt snowball. Do you have any debt, son?
Not that I know of, at least.
Excellent. I
I
know
hope
you
I don't.
don't. I know you don't because I watch the mail closely. You have no credit cards, and unless you've got some private um, sharks that are after you for money, you have no debt.
Yeah, let's hope we don't.
Yes, no one's banging on our door saying, Nolan, give us some money, right? So the great news is you have no debt. Should you have some debt, then guess what? You need to slowly allocate the money to pay it down in an orderly fashion so that you have little baby step successes, right? So then we move on to baby step 3 to 6 months in expenses in savings. So my house cost me $3,000 a month to be in it. So if I need 3 to 6 months of expenses in savings, how much do I need?
Shay, how much what? How much a month?
3,000.
A month?
Mm-hmm. And
That's
I'm
just
supposed to have 3 to 6 months worth of money in the bank to cover my expenses.
that's like like $6,000.
3,000 times 6 is
Oh, 18.
18. Excellent. $18,000. That's just to pay for the house. Well, I don't get to eat. I don't get to do anything else, right?
Yeah.
No, I need more than that, don't I?
Yeah, I guess.
I got to pay for my car insurance. I got to put gas in the car if I'm going to drive somewhere. So reasonably, right? Reasonably, I should probably have about 30K in the bank for us personally, right? 30K.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
way,
seems
if
about
I'm
right.
out of business, I can cover my household expenses. Then baby step 4 says you need to start investing 15% of your income into pre-tax retirement. Don't let that scare you. Invest in what you love. Invest in what makes sense for you. What would be something that you would want to invest in?
I do want to buy property, so
Yes, you
one day
want to
I'd like to
buy
buy some
property.
properties.
Excellent. Why is that important to you?
Um, because I want something with my name on it.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
and I think it'd be pretty awesome to have some properties.
Yes, excellent. What kind of property, Nolan?
Um, well, I would like to have a house for myself, and then at least one more I could rent out to someone.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And so, what do you think, Nolan? When do you think it would be reasonable to say you were going to do that?
I don't know. I kind of want 2 properties before I turn 25.
Oh, big goals. That's 6 years away.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of saving.
And in the next 6 months, we've made the commitment to finish your real estate license so that you can support us in the business and earn some extra income until you start the career you choose to do, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's my plan.
It, excellent. I love it. Okay. So you should be putting away some money for your down payment so that you can buy a property in 6 years, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I should be doing.
Exactly. Do you know how much that is?
No, because I'm not sure what property I want yet.
There you go. So, one actionable step I'm going to encourage you to do, Nolan, today is to sit down and say, okay, what do I want to buy? And then find out what that's going to cost. And then figure out how much you need to start setting aside every month, right?
Yeah,
So that way you can achieve that. Now, baby step 5 says college funding for your children, right? So now, if I want to retire inspired, I'm supposed to save for college for you all. Okay? Save for college for you all. Well, none of you chose to go to college yet. And I do invest in you in other ways because I believe that's the same way as paying for college,
yeah, that is
right?
true.
I encourage you to find great.
You encourage us to do different things all the time.
Yes, exactly. Like your baby brother, I want him to go try
Shark swimming.
shark diving
Yeah.
because he thinks he wants to do like oceanography or something like that, right?
Yeah, he was obsessed with sharks for a long time.
Oh, he loves his sharks.
Yeah, like Shark Week.
So baby step 6, pay off the home early. So we have like 7 years left on our loan for our house, which means in 7 years, I'll be 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 with a paid for house if I continue to stay in the same place I currently am in. Correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Which puts us in a really great place because if dad doesn't want to work anymore, right? Then he can rest and relax because our house doesn't cost us anything anymore. It becomes our place of refuge, our place of comfort, which then gives me the opportunity to say, you know what? I'm no longer making a mortgage payment. I'm no longer required to provide money for this house. So it frees up $3,000 a month that I could potentially give to someone else, do something with someone else, support someone else. I loved on my mastermind this morning, one of the agents, she says she just started her nonprofit where she's helping single women with the down payment and closing costs for the purchase of a property. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be awesome to say we are helping young college graduates with 1% of their down payment and closing costs for young men to buy their first home?
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be very cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That is what Retire Inspired is, right? So the deal is, I need to think about where do I want to be in 20 years? So, Nolan, imagine yourself on the deck of a patio on a rocking chair, kicking it.
That won't be in 20 years.
Yeah, it's probably like 40 years for you. With some silver hair like your mom's.
Well, I mean, 39, if I'm doing that, I'll be happy.
Yeah. What does that scenery look like? What do you see when you're sitting on that deck?
Um, Hanging out with my family.
Yeah. What's your family look like?
Um, you, Dad, Nevin, Nicholas,
40
Nathan.
years, mom's gonna be like 90.
So he'll still be with us.
Yeah, that's true. I'll be kicking.
Yep, you and Dad both. You guys will be over at my big old mansion.
Yes.
Yeah, while we have a pool party for the
Yes.
family.
Yes. Let's see, 40 years. Oh, maybe we'll have some grandbabies by then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I plan on having some, so
Yeah, excellent.
I don't know
So,
about anyone else.
so yeah, right. So 40 years from now, do you want to be broke or do you want to be in a very comfortable place where you'll have some money to be able to take care of mom and dad in our old age?
I want to be in a comfortable place.
Mm-hmm. So you need to start focusing on that. Do you know how many people statistically do not think about their retirement? And then they get to year 60 or year 65. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I don't got anything.
Yeah, I could
Or,
see it slip in people's minds.
it is. So we are here to help people move that forward, right? To envision where you want to be in 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, right? To envision that. I have on my vision board, right? I want to generate an extra $10,000 of passive income every month so that we just have that money coming in. And I talk about this all the time with regards to goal planning. Why did I choose $10,000? Why was that number important to me personally?
So that's like around a down payment for a home?
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. And it's because I would like to make sure that I'm replacing dad's income,
Oh, okay.
right? That I'm replacing it. Because here's the deal, dad's been sick before and he was out of work. And that kind of stressed us out when we were young
When
and
he
we
hurt his
had you
arm?
little guys.
Is that when he hurt his arm?
Yeah. Yeah. That was scary for us. And so it's super important that we accomplish that, right? So I'm going to encourage everyone to one, I have just picked up Chris Hogan's book, Retire and Inspired. Retire Inspired. It's not an age, it's a financial number. And think about that statement. It's not an age, it's a financial number. So shift your brain from, I want to retire at 65 or 35 or 55 to, I want to retire with X amount so that I can now do this. I can now give back. That feels good.
Yeah.
The idea of being able to give back. The idea of being able to support other people. So you got to reverse engineer all of this and really look out and come back in. And so I encourage you, my listeners, my podcast family, I encourage you to think right now, where do I want to be when I'm 86, 87, 95? And is that important to me? It is very important to me because I see the vision of me when I'm 95 and I'm sitting with my kids and my grandbabies and maybe even potentially a great grandbaby. And I'm able to still physically play with them, participate with them, hang out with them, and not be a financial burden to them. That is what I love, love that opportunity. So I encourage you, podcast family, I encourage you to really think about, where do I want to be? What do I want to accomplish? Where am I going? How can I give back? What can I do? And let's sit down and look at that. Let's make some decisions on what is your best life. Because there are so many people out there that are living part-time best lives. We're not meant to live part-time best lives. We're meant to live a life that is always, never perfect, not always easy. I mean, I was just sick for the last 3 weeks and it kicked my butt. I don't want to be sick forever, right?
No, you don't.
We got to take care of our bodies, take care of our vessel, keep it healthy so that we can succeed in being retired, inspired. I'm so excited about what that looks like when I'm 95 and where you guys are. And so now I'm going to say, oh, succession planning is not about dying.
No.
It's about putting the right players in the right place so that we succeed as we move forward our family business, our family legacy. And I want to just empower my sons to live amazing lives, not just like an average life, and for sure not in debt. So stay
No.
out of debt, Nolan Jacob.
All right, I will.
Excellent. Nolan, is there one thing that you could move forward in this conversation?
Live your life to the fullest.
Yeah. and start thinking about where you're going.
Yeah.
And when it comes to retirement, don't think about it when you're 90 or 60 or 65 or 58 or 44. Think about it now, podcast family. Think about where you want to end up in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Think about that and let's start moving you forward that way. Let's start taking the strategic steps to make that happen because what you focus on will expand. I've seen that over and over and over again. We are so thrilled, so grateful, and so excited about what 2022 has to bring for you all. And we're here to support you in any way we can. Thanks so much.